Good morning. I thought I would try and do it live today, seeing as I've had so many technical issues during the challenge. I can't believe we're already on week 4 of the challenge. This morning in the UK, it is very different to what it was like on the first day of the challenge for us. As you can see, I'm a bit weather obsessed in the UK. I do like to have a bit of sunshine, but this morning it's a bit grey and damp and miserable. So I just wanted to say thank you for all your engagement in the challenge so far. It's been great to see so much interaction, questions, discussions. There's been all sorts of wonderful interaction, and that's been fantastic. And also, some of you have been summarizing the videos, which is a really great method for improving your learning. And that's what I want to talk about today, really. So, how to implement your learning, consolidate your learning, and why it's so important to you as well, and how to do that really effectively. Um, so, first of all, it's important that we continue to learn and develop, but also that we implement that learning. If we don't implement it, then we don't get the maximum benefit from it, and it might end up being a wasted experience. So, always try and implement your learning as best you can. Otherwise, it is just an experience, which is fine, but we don't necessarily get the benefits from it. So, some of the ways that you can implement your learning is to, if it's formal study, is actually making notes as you're going along. So, if you're watching videos or you're studying, then making notes of what you're hearing in your own words and picking out the key points, and then summarizing what you've learned and what you've heard in your own words as well. That's a really good way of sort of just consolidating your understanding. You can chat with people afterwards. So if both of you have experienced the same learning or the same experience, whether that's watching a video or a lecture or something like that, then by discussing that with somebody else and getting their viewpoint, that's a really good way of just checking your understanding, and perhaps you're seeing things from a different perspective as well. So by chatting with other people, that's a really helpful thing to do. Another thing you can do is actually teach what you've learned to someone else. When we teach something, it means that we've had to have a really good understanding. So we have to understand what we've learned first before we can teach it to somebody else. So we need to be able to pop it into different ways. So we need to be able to explain something differently and be able to see it from different perspectives so that we're able to teach it to someone else. So that's a really good thing. If you can teach something what you've learned to somebody else, that really helps to consolidate your learning because you tend to have a better understanding then. It might be taking a few key points from the experience and planning how can you implement that. So when I'm talking about learning, obviously you've got your formal learning from lectures and videos and things like that. But any experience that we go through in life can be a learning experience if we choose to look at it that way. So just think about it, reflect on that experience. What can you take from that experience? What happened? What could you do better next time or differently next time to make it even better? So reflecting and actually planning what you can do to make the experience better next time is a really good way of consolidating your learning as well. And like I said, just choosing one or two key points to work on. So say you've learned a particular skill, how can you implement that over the next week or two? That will actually really help you to consolidate your learning and to make use of it. But also, how can you relate what you've learned to other aspects of your life or to the wider world? How does it relate to other things? How can that help you to improve in other areas as well? So often it's about thinking outside the box. So the developments in design and things like that have often come from something else outside from a different industry altogether. So the guy who made Velcro, the sticky fastener thing, that was actually as a result of coming across a plant. I can't remember the name of the plant now, but it's got these little sticky balls on, and he noticed how it stuck to his dog's fur. And it just gave him an idea, and he took that and he learned how it works and the different shapes it had on this little sticky ball thing, and then he worked out how he could use that to help people and to create Velcro. So just think about how can you take what you've learned, what information, skills, whatever, and use that in a different way. That's a really good way of implementing your learning. Yeah, and basically just sort of reflecting on the experience and just seeing how you can make it better. What does that mean to you? What does that mean for other people when you're learning different things? The Thank you so much for inviting me to join in this lockdown challenge. I'm aware it's a short video this morning. I'm not so good when it comes to live videos. This has been really good for pushing my comfort zone as well. I hope you've been able to get some useful bits and information and suggestions and tips. I've really enjoyed being part of the group, and like I said, it's been lovely to see so much engagement, and I just wish you well with the rest of the lockdown challenge. I will keep an eye out for any other questions that you might have, and I look forward to seeing some of you again sometime. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.